mortals have awakened the gods of old. We rise from our slumber to reveal our true power. Focus fire. Now to strike. Now to strike.
And we're back again with some more battle tactics and war strategies. Only this time, it's going to be a little bit different. Wasn't a bunch of content I could pull for this, so I'm going to have to do this one a little bit differently. It's okay. Forcing out the creative thinking. So tonight's stream, that being said, will be rather short. I'm thinking about, because of that, doing a second stream tonight, maybe a gaming stream, just because I don't have any other content. So just fuck around on some games or something. But, other than that, we're going to get started with the Order of Assassins. So for those of you who like the Assassin's Creed series, get fucking ready for the real Order of Assassins that actually happened. And, yeah, we're gonna fucking jump into that. We're gonna get that started today, and then we'll go deeper into it tomorrow. Expect Assassin's Creed footage to fucking put a visual representation to what I'm saying. Other than that, welcome in. Welcome in. Let's get this started. Few other announcements before we do. I do believe the link works, so if you want to donate to the stream, feel free. It'll help make better equipment and be able to increase the quality of the stream, or get better equipment and make the quality of the stream better, increase all of the good shit that, this stream could be, right? I have so many ideas for where I could take this, and, it'd take me a long ass time to do it by myself. So if you want to fucking support the stream, I do believe the link works. I don't know for sure. I need somebody to come by and test it eventually. So let's make that happen. Also, almost to 100 subs. Fucking, maybe we can make that happen too. That being said, let's get started with the Order of Assassins. We're a Nizari Ismaili order that existed between 1090 and 1275 AD, founded by Persian commander Hassan-i-Sabah. During that time, they lived in the mountains of Iran. What a lovely place. I don't know. I can't really say because I fucking actually do enjoy the desert, so... And the Levant, and held a strict subterfuge policy throughout the Middle East, posing a substantial strategic threat to Fatimid, Abbasid, and Seljuk authority, and killing several Christian leaders. Over the course of nearly 200 years, they killed hundreds who were considered enemies of the Nizari Ismaili state. The modern term assassination is believed to stem from the tactics used by the assassins. Let's fucking go, buddy. The assassins were founded by Hassan-i-Sabah. The state was formed in 1090 after the capture of Alamut Castle. That's what it's supposed to look like. In the Alborz mountain range of Persia, which served as the assassins' headquarters, the Alamut and Lamsar castles became the foundation of a network of Ismailis fortresses throughout the Persian and Syria that formed the backbone of the assassin power and included Syrian strongholds at Masyaf, Abu Kubayas, Kadmis, and I'm gonna destroy these names. Holy shit, let's go for the names. The Western world was introduced to the assassins by the works of Marco Polo, who understood the name as deriving from the word hashish, because they were stoner assassins. Let's go. While assassins typically referred to the entire group, only a group of disciples known as the Fida'i actually engaged in conflict. The preferred method of killing was by dagger, nerve poison, or arrows. The assassins posed a substantial strategic threat to Fatimid, Abbasid, and Seljuk authority. They killed hundreds, including 3 caliphs, a ruler of Jerusalem, and several Muslim and Christian leaders. Other notable victims of the assassins include, and here we go with the butchering of all of the names, Jannah ad-Dawla, Emir of Homs, Madud ibn al-Tuntash, Atabeg of Mosul, Fatimid Vizier al-Afdal, Shahanshah, Seljuk Atabeg, Aksunkur al-Bursuki, Seljuk Atabeg, oh wait, I just read that one. Fatimid Caliph al-Emir bi Akami Ila. I'm going to go ahead and guess. Taj al-Mukburi, Atabeg of Damascus, and Abbasid Caliphs al-Mustarshid and ar-Rashid Saladin. Fuck. Let's go for the names. A major foe of the assassins escaped the assassination twice. That would be ar-Rashid Saladin escaped the assassins twice. The first Frank known to have been killed by the assassins was Raymond II. Finally, a fucking name I can read. Count of Tripoli in 1152. The assassins were acknowledged and feared by the Crusaders, losing the de facto king of Jerusalem, Conrad of Montferrat, to an assassin's blade in 1192, and Lord Philip of Montfort in Tyre in 1270. These guys were all over the place. By the way, this is that other castle, or at least the remains of it. Because when the Mongols came in, they literally wiped out everything. They saw these guys as a threat and was like, yeah, no. We're not even gonna play this game. Bruv, moving on. That's what the Mongols said. They were like, we're done here. But they were cool nonetheless. Accounts of the assassins were preserved within Western Arabic, Syriac, and Persian sources where they are depicted as trained killers responsible for the systematic elimination of opposing figures. European Orientalists in the 19th and 20th centuries also referred to the Ismaili assassins in their works, writing about them based on accounts in seminal works by medieval Arab and Persian authors, particularly Ibn al-Kalanisi's Mudhayal Tariq Dimashq. Holy shit. Continuation of the Chronicle of Damascus. Ibn al-Athir's The Complete History, and Juvaini's History of the World Conqueror. Yeah, I'm not going to try and read those names. I'm just going to read the English names of those. That's fucking awesome. The order would finally come to an end during the rule of Imam Rukin al-Din Kershaw. When the Ismaili state was eventually destroyed as Kershaw surrendered the castles after Mongol invasion of Persia. Kershaw died in 1256, and by 1275 the Mongols had destroyed and eliminated the Order of Assassins entirely. They were hunted down like they hunted their targets down, systematically destroyed to every last remaining one of them. I mean, obviously people took up the mantle over time, right? I think they're still Ismaili followers, or that kind of deal. I think that's still going on, but they're not like assassins, not like they used to be. It's more of a religious thing. I don't know. I'm not Islamic, so I really can't say. All right. Hassan-i-Sabah was born in Qom, 1050, and his religious studies in Cairo with the Fatimids. Sabah's father was a Khatanite Arab, said to be a descendant of Himyaritic kings, having emigrated to come from Kufa. He made his way to Persia, where, through subterfuge, he and his followers captured Almut Castle in 1090. Sabah adopted the fortress to suit his needs, not only for defense from hostile forces, but also for indoctrination of his followers. Just throwing that out there. There's a lot of that going around. After laying claim to the fortress of Alamut, Sabah began expanding his influence outwards to nearby towns and districts, using his agents to gain political favor and to intimidate the local populations. Spending most of his days at Alamut, producing religious works and developing doctrines for his order, Sabah would never again leave his fortress. The Strangler sects were adopted by the Umayyads. The assassins would not be able to be by the later caliphates. Shortly after establishing their headquarters at Alamut Castle, the sect captured Lambar Castle, the ruins we looked at earlier. Or Lamsar Castle. Sorry, I keep saying that fucking wrong. To be the largest of Ismaili's fortresses and confirming the assassins' power in northern Persia. The estimated date of the capture of Lamsar varies between 1096 and 1102. The castle was taken under the command of Kia Buzurg Umid, later Sabah's successor, who remained commandant of the fortress for 20 years. No interactions between... These are just fucking AI renditions, by the way. Go to a cooler picture. I just pulled a bunch of random shit because there's actually not a lot of documented, like, historical images of the shit. No interactions between Christian forces of the First Crusade and assassins have been noted, with the latter concentrating on the Muslim enemies of the former, other than a mention of Tancred's 1106 taking of Apamea in Gesta Tancredi. Western Europe likely first learned of the assassins from the Chronicles of William of Tyre, a history's deeds done beyond the sea, published much later. One of Sabah's disciples, named Dadar Bu Ali from Kazvin, rallied local supporters to deflect the Seljuks. Their attack on Alamut Castle and surrounding areas was cancelled upon the death of the Sultan. The new Sultan, Barkiyaruk, son of Malik Shah I, did not continue the direct attack on Alamut, concentrating on securing his position against rivals, including his half-brother Muhammad I Tapar, or Muhammad E. Tapar. I don't know. I really don't know. Who eventually settled for a smaller role, becoming Malik, translated as king, in Armenia and Azerbaijan. Sabah is reputed to have remarked, "The killing of this devil is the beginning of bliss." Of the 50 assassinations conducted during Sabah's reign, more than half were Seljuk officials, many of whom supported Muhammad E. Tapar. Now go ahead and guess. The assassins seized Persian castles of Rudkan and Gerduk in 1096 before turning to Syria. Gerduk was refortified by Muayyad al-Din Muzaffar ibn Ahmad Mustafi. Holy shit, that's a name. It was refortified by Muayyad al-Din Muzaffar ibn Ahmad Mustafi. Holy shit. A Seljuk who was a secret Ismaili convert, and his son Sharaf el-Din Muhammad. Holy shit. They occupied the fortress at Shiazar, held by the Banu Munkid, using it to spread terror to Isfahan, the heart of the Seljuk Empire. A rebellion by the local population drove the assassins out, but they continued to occupy a smaller fortress at Kalinjan. In 1097, Barkiyaruk, associate Bursuk, was killed by the assassins. By 1100, Bakayaruk had consolidated his power, and the assassins increased their presence by infiltrating the Sultan's court and army. Day-to-day functions of the court were frequently performed while armored with weapons. While armored and with weapons. The next year, he tasked his brother Ahmad Sanjar, then ruler of the Khorasan, to attack assassin strongholds in Kistan. Or Quistan. Kuhistan, I guess. I don't know. Terrible with names here. The siege at Tabas was the first successful, with the walls of the fortress breached, but then was lifted, possibly because Seljuk commander had been bribed. The subsequent attack was devastating to the assassins, but the terms granted were generous, and they were soon re-established at both Kuhistan and Tabas. In the years following, the assassins continued their mission against religious and secular leaders. Given these successes, they began expanding their operations into Syria. Crazy. The first Da'i Hassan-i dispatched to Syria was al-Hakim al-Munajim, a Persian known as the physician astrologer, establishing a cell in Aleppo in the early 12th century. Ridwan, the emir of Aleppo, was in search of his allies and worked closely with al-Hakim. The alliance was first shown in the assassination of 1103 of Jannah ad-Dawla, emir of Homs and a key opponent of Ridwan. He was murdered by 3 assassins at the great mosque of al-Nuri at Homs. Al-Hakim died a few weeks later and was succeeded by Abu Tahir al-Sa'ig, a Persian known as the Goldsmith. Well, Fredo, what's up? While successful in cleaning the assassins, they remained untouchable in their strongholds in the north. In 8 years, the mission had some successes, negotiating a surrender at Kalinjan with the local assassin leader Ahmad ibn Abd al-Malik ibn Atash. Holy shit. How the fuck did I read that? That's fucking nuts. With the occupants allowed to go to Tabas and Arajan during the siege of Al-Mut. A famine, and Hassan and his wife and daughters sent to the fortress at Gerduk, or Gerdku. Fuck, these names are so difficult. After that time, assassins never allowed their women to be at the fortress during the military campaigns, both for protection and secrecy. In the end, Ibn Atash did not fulfill his commitment and was flayed alive, his head delivered to the Sultan. Man, let's go for war crimes, holy shit. In Syria, Abu Tahir al-Sa'ig, Ridwan, and Abu Ifath of Sarmin conspired in 1106 to send a team of assassins to murder Khalaf ibn Mulaib, emir of Apamea. Whoa, shit, holy fucking crap. Whoa, look at that. $3 tip. Let's fucking go. I did not realize that scared the shit out of me. I was not ready for that. I wonder if that actually came through on fucking on my computer. That's crazy. Thank you. Appreciate that. Holy shit. Look at that. Well, at least it works. At least we know it works now. Thanks for testing that out. It's fucking awesome. Appreciate it. Alright, where was I at? Fucking scared the shit out of me. I was not fucking ready for that shit. Holy crap. Some of Khalaf's sons and guards were also killed, and after after the murder, Ridwan became overlord of Apamea and its fortress, Kalat al-Madik, with Abul Fath as emir. A surviving son of Khalaf escaped and turned to Tancred, who was first content to leave the city in hands of the Ismailis and simply collect tribute. Later, he returned and captured the city for Antioch. As the town's residents overwhelmingly approved of Frankish rule, Abu Ilfath was tortured to death, while Abu Tahir ransomed himself and returned to Aleppo. This encounter, the first between the Crusaders and the Assassins, did not deter the latter from their prime mission against the Seljuks, because they just shit all over the Crusaders. In fact, the Crusaders were spreading stories through increasing the propaganda about them, like exaggerating and shit, being like, these guys are invisible. They just roll through and they just wreck shit. What the hell? It's not bugged, boys. It is not bugged. Let's fucking go. Thank you, Fredo. You're a legend. Fucking legend. Not so lucky were the Ubayyad Allah al-Khatib, Qadi of Isfahan and Qadi of Nishapur, both of whom succumbed to the assassin's blade. The assassins wreaked havoc on Syrian rulers, with their first major kill being that of Maudud at a beg of Mosul in 1113. Maudud was Madud. I just caught that. Madud. M-A-W-D-U-D. Madud. Madud was felled by assassins in Damascus while the guest of Totekin at a bag of Damascus. He was replaced at Mosul by al-Barsuki, who himself would be a victim of the assassins in 1126. They're just out here like, poke, poke. Totekin's son, the great Buri, founder of the Burid dynasty, would fall victim to the assassins in 1131, dying a year later to his injuries. Oh shit. They gave him the slow way out. They were like, yeah, no, we could have done this. We could have done this nice and easy, but you're gonna feel it. Yeah, this fucking stream is probably getting age restricted to shit. Holy crap. Ridwan died in 1113 and was succeeded as ruler of Aleppo by his son, Alp Arslan Akras. Alp Arslan continued his father's conciliatory approach to the assassins, a warning from Muhammad Tapar and a prior attempt of the assassination of Abu Harb Isa ibn Zayd, a wealthy Persian merchant, led to a whole-scale expulsion of the assassins from Aleppo in that same year. Led by militia commander Sa'id ibn Badi, the attack resulted in the execution of Abu Tahir al-Sa'id and the brother of al-Hakim al-Munajim, with 200 other assassins killed or imprisoned, some thrown from the top of the citadel. Damn. Many took refuge with the Banu Munkid at Shazar. Revenge was slow but sure, taken out on Sa'id ibn Badi in 1119. The shiftless Arp Arslan had exiled Sa'id to Kal at Jabbar, where he was murdered along with two of his sons by the assassins. Dang. Just pulled in and taken down, buddy. Pulled in and taken down. The assassins struck again in Damascus in 1116, while the guest of Totekin's Kurdish emir Ahmad Ahmad ibn Ibrahim ibn Wasudan, all right, was sitting next to his host when a grieving man approached with a petition he wished to be conveyed to Muhammad Tapar. When Ahmad Ili accepted the document, he was stuck with a dagger, then again and again by a second and third accomplice. Shit. It was thought that the real target may have been Totegin, but the attackers were discovered to be assassins, likely after Ahmad Il, the foster brother of the Sultan. Shitty. In 1118, Muhammad Tapar died, and his brother Ahmad Sanjar became Seljuk Sultan, and Hassan sent ambassadors to seek peace. When Sanjar rebuffed these ambassadors, Hassan then sent his assassins to the Sultan. Sanjar woke up one morning with a dagger stuck to the ground beside his bed. Alarmed, he kept the matter a secret. A messenger from Hassan arrived and stated, "Did I not wish the Sultan well, that dagger which was struck in the hard ground would have been planted on your soft breast." For the next several decades, there ensued a ceasefire between the Ismailis and the Seljuks. Sanjar himself pensioned the assassins on taxes collected from the lands they owned, gave them grants and licenses, and even allowed them to collect tolls from travelers. Yeah, dude woke up and was like, "No, not today. Not today." Like, that's wild. Dude's like, gets woken up. Another person's in there trying to go all stabby. He's like, no. By 1120, the assassins' position in Aleppo had improved to the point that they demanded a small citadel of Kalat Ash-Sharif from El-Ghazi, then Artukid, emir of Aleppo. Fuck, these names are so difficult. Rather than refuse, he had the citadel demolished. The assassins' influence in Aleppo came to an end in 1124 when they were expelled by the Belik Ghazi, a successor to Il-Ghazi. Nevertheless, the Qadi Ibn al-Kashahab, who had overseen the demolition of Kalat Ash-Sharif, was killed by the assassins in 1125. At the same time, the assassins of Diyarbakir were set upon by the locals, resulting in hundreds killed. Holy shit. In 1121, Al-Afdal Shahanshah, the vizier of Fatimid Caliphate, was murdered by 3 assassins from Aleppo, causing a 7-day celebration among the Ismailis and no great mourning among the court of Fatimid Caliph Al-Amir bi Akam Allah, who resented his growing boldness. Al-Afdal Shahanshah was replaced as vizier by Al-Mamam al-Bataihi, who was instructed to prepare a letter of rapprochement between Cairo and Alamut. Upon learning of a plot to kill both Al-Amir and Al-Mamum, such ideas were disbanded and severe restrictions on dealing with the assassins were instead put in place. Dang. In 1124, Hassan-i-Sabah died, leaving a legacy that reverberated throughout the Middle East for centuries. He was succeeded by Alamut by Kiya Buzurg Umid. Dang. The appointment of the new Da'i at Alamut may have led the Seljuks to believe the assassins were in a weakened position. and Ahmad Sanjar launched an attack on them in 1126. Led by Sanjar's vizier, Mu'in ad-Din Kashi, the Seljuks again struck at Kuhistan and also Nishapur in the east, and at Rudbar in the north. In the east, the Seljuks had minor success at the village near Sebzevar, where the population was destroyed, their leader leaping from the mosque's minaret, and at Ture Thirth. In Nishapur, where the attackers killed many, took much booty, and then returned. In quotes, killed many, took much booty, and then returned. At best, the results were not decisive, but superior to the routing the Seljuks received in the north, with one expedition driven back, losing their previous booty, and another having Seljuk commander captured. In the end, the Ismaili position was better than before the offensive. In the guise of a peace offering of the two Arabian horses, assassins gained the confidence of Mu'in ad-Din Kashi and killed him in 1127. Gotta know your enemy, man. Gotta know your enemy. Then there's the deception, and then there's the death in 1127. These guys were literal ninjas, dude. Like these are the actual ninjas. People think that ninjas started in Japan. No. They started in the Middle East, and these guys were fucking hardcore. Not only that, they were smoking hashish, so it's like they were stoned assassins. Like, just baked as fuck, taking lives. It's crazy shit. I mean, stoners are clever, man. They'll find new ways to do some crazy shit. At the same time, in Syria, a Persian named Bahram al-Da'i, the successor of Abu Tahir al-Sa'ig, who had been executed in Aleppo in 1113, appeared in Damascus reflecting cooperation between the assassins and Toghtekin, including a joint operation against the Crusaders. Bahram, a Persian from Asterabad, present-day Gorgan, who had lived in secrecy after the expulsion of the assassins from Aleppo, and was the nephew of assassin Abu Ibrahim al-Asterbadi, who had been executed by Barkiyaruk in 1101. Bahram was most likely behind the murder of al-Bursuki in 1126, whose assassination may have been ordered by the Seljuk Sultan Muhammad II. He later established a stronghold near Banias. During an attack on Lebanese valley of Wadi al-Taim, Bahram captured and tortured to death a local chieftain named Barak ibn Jandal. In retaliation, his brother Dahak ibn Jandal killed Bahram in 1127. So great was the fear and hatred of the assassins that the messenger delivering Bahram's head to the hands at Cairo was rewarded with a robe of honor. A fear was justified as Caliph Al-Amir B. Akam Allah was murdered at the court in 1130 by 10 assassins. Holy shit. So, this dude, where's he at? That Bahram guy, the Persian, right? From Asterabad, who lived in secrecy after the expulsion of assassins from Aleppo. This dude's a legend. Like, he lived in secrecy and just kind of in some town as like some religious leader or whatever. You know what I mean? Some like basically what you would consider like I don't know, a pastor, I guess, in Christian equivalency. And here in the United States, it'd be like a pastor, right? It's basically what this guy was in disguise as, and then fucking gained the trust of the guy and fucking delivered death, bro. What the fuck? That's crazy as shit. The Ismailis' response to the Seljuk invasion of 1126 was multifaceted. In Rudbar, a new and powerful fortress was built at Maimundis, and new territories acquired. To the east, the Seljuk stronghold of Sistan was raided in 1129. That same year, Muhammad II, son of Muhammad I, Tapar, was Sultan of Isfahan, decided to sue for peace with the Alamut. Unfortunately, the Ismaili envoys to Mahmud II were lynched by an angry mob following their audience with the Sultan. So, unfortunately, the Ismaili envoys to Mahmud II were lynched by an angry mob. Following their audience with the Sultan, the demand by Kiya Buzurg, Umid, for punishment of the perpetrators was refused. That prompted an assassin attack on the Qazvin, resulting in a loss of 400 lives in addition to a Turkish emir. A counterattack on Alamut was inconclusive. Didn't do shit. Fuck. In Syria, assassin leader Bahram was replaced by another mysterious Persian named Ismaili al-Ajami, who, like Bahram, was supported by al-Mazdaghani. Fuck. These names are just, they're getting slightly more difficult as time goes on. The pro-Ismaili vizier Toghtekin, holy shit, hold on. The hell happened? Weird. Anyways, I'm just gonna start that shit over. In Syria, assassin leader Bahram was replaced by another mysterious Persian named Ismail al-Ajami, who, like Bahram, was supported by Mazdaghani, the pro-Ismaili vizier to Toghtekin. After the death of Toghtekin in 1128, his son and successor Taj Mulk-Buri began working to free Damascus of the assassins. Supported by his military commander Yusuf ibn Firuz, finally a fucking easier name, al-Mazdaghani was murdered and his head publicly displayed. The Damascenes turned on the assassins, leaving dogs yelping and quarreling over their limbs and corpses. Damn. Brutal. At least 6,000 assassins died, and the rest, including Ismail, who had turned Banias over to the Franks, fled to Frankish territory. Ismail was killed in 1130, temporarily disabling the assassins' Syrian mission. Nevertheless, Alamut organized a counterstrike, with 2 Persian assassins disguised as Turkish soldiers striking down Buri in 1131. The most ninja shit on the planet. Oh my god. What the fuck? Alamut organized a counterstrike with 2 Persian assassins disguised as Turkish soldiers striking down Buri in 1131. Ninja to the max. My goodness. The assassins were hacked to pieces by Bury's guards, but Bury died of his wounds the following year. Ain't it a bitch? Muhammad II died in 1131, and his brother Ghiyath ad-Din Masood was recognized as successor by Abbasid Caliph al-Mustarshid. Fuck. The succession was contested by Mahmud's son and other brothers, and al-Mustarshid was drawn into the conflict. The Caliph al-Mustarshid was taken prisoner by Seljuk forces in 1135 near Hamadan and pardoned with the proviso that he abdicate. Ain't that a bummer? Left in his tent studying the Quran, he was murdered by a large group of assassins. Some suspected Masood and even Ahmad Sanjar with complicity. But the chronicles of contemporaneous Arab historians Ibn al-Athir and Ibn al-Jawzi do not bear that out. The Ismailis commemorated the Caliph's death with 7 days and nights of celebration. Holy shit. The reign of Buzurg Umid ended with his death in 1138, showing a relatively small list of assassinations. He was succeeded by his son, Muhammad Buzurg Umid, sometimes referred to as Kia Muhammad. The Abbasid celebration of the death of the assassin leader Buzurg Umid was short-lived. The son and successor of the last high-profile victim of the assassins, al-Mustarshid, was Ar-Rashid. Ar-Rashid was deposed by his uncle, al-Muqtafi, in 1136, and, while recovering from an illness in Isfahan, was murdered by assassins. The addition of the second caliph to the assassins' so-called roll of honor of victims again resulted in a week of celebration at Al-Mut. With a lot of hashish. Another significant success was the assassination of the son of Mahmud II, Daoud, who ruled in Azerbaijan and Jabal. Daoud was felled by 4 assassins in Tabriz in 1143, rumored to have been dispatched by Zengi Atabeg of Mosul. The decades after the assassination of al-Mustarshid showed an expansion of assassin castles in Jabal Bara to the northwest of their Syrian fortress in Jabal Sumak. In 1132, Saif al-Mulk ibn Amrun, emir of Al-Kaf, recovered the fortress of Al-Kadmus from the Franks, known to them as Bokabis. He then sold the fortress to the assassins in 1133. This was followed by the ceding of Al-Kaf Castle itself to assassin control in 1138 by Saif's son Musa in the midst of succession struggle. These were followed by the acquisition of the castle at Masyaf in 1140 and Kala at al-Kawabi, known to the Crusaders as La Quebel, in 1141. Holy shit. Relatively little is recorded concerning assassin activity during this period until the Second Crusade. In 1149, an assassin named Ali ibn Wafa, allied with Raymond of Poitiers, son of William IX of Aquitaine, to defend the borders of Principality of Antioch against Zengid expansion. The forces met at the Battle of Inib, was Zengi's son and their heir Nur ad-Din, defeating the Franks, killing both Raymond and Ibn Wafa. Nur ad-Din would again foil the assassins in 1158, incorporating a castle at Shaizar that they had occupied after the 1157 earthquake into his territory. 2 assassins are known from this period. In a revenge attack, Dahak ibn Jandal and Wadi al-Taim chieftain, who had killed assassin Da'ib Baram in 1127, died from assassin's blade in 1149. A few years later, in 1152, possibly in retaliation to the establishment of the Knights Templar at Tartus, Raymond II, Count of Tripoli, was killed by the assassins. This marked the first known Christian victim. And the end of what I have for us tonight regarding all of the difficult ass names that I've just been through. Holy shit. Really, Middle East? Couldn't have something a little more simple like Jared or Ted? Or even like Ron would have been okay. But you're gonna hit me with some shit like fucking... What was that long-ass one, dude? Holy fuck. There's a bunch of shit in here that's hard to read, man. I mean, if you're not Muslim, it's like, dang. The hell? How am I supposed to read this? How am I supposed to read this? Y'all couldn't be like Chinese people and call yourselves like Charles? Or Bob? I'm just fucking around. I'm being a dick. But seriously, though, that's all I have. That's all I have for tonight. All of the terrible name reading. We'll be back for more terrible name reading tomorrow night. As I said, I was thinking about doing a second stream tonight. I probably will. It's just going to be, 20 or 30 minutes from now after I fucking use the restroom and fucking walk my dogs. And then I have to set up. I have to, redo everything to get the gaming shit set up. Because this setup is different than the gaming stream setup. So, yeah, there's that. So it'll take me a second to get that set up and get it going. But I should be able to come back and stream for a few hours. I don't know. Fuck. We'll figure it out. At least then I won't be butchering fucking names. I feel bad. I mean, I know it's kind of funny that, whatever. I can't read names worth a damn. But at the same time, it's like, dang, that was probably way wrong. Shoutouts to my fucking Muslim audience, if I have any. Because holy shit, y'all probably laughing, bro. Clip that shit. Fuck. Clip it. That shit's fucking funny. Don't worry. When I get to fucking Asia and I start doing Asian, like Chinese names and fucking Laotian names and shit like that, that shit's gonna be fucking intense. India's not too hard. I could do some India shit, which is I'm probably gonna do some Sikh warrior shit. Because a lot of people confuse Sikh with, Islam, and it's not. Sikhs are not Islamic. And they're not Hindu either. Yes, they have gurus, but, they're not either one. And they get confused as both. And, being in that area... Can't avoid the persecution. Especially when the majority of the population is either one or the other, Islam or Hindu. So that one would be an interesting one to get into also. Some Punjab stuff. Other than that, we're gonna come back for more assassin stuff tomorrow. Probably finish it. Maybe. If not, then we'll do it for a third day. If we do finish it, then maybe I'll get started with the Sikh stuff before next week, when we're gonna move into the Hungarian Ottoman Wars. The reason I pushed it back a whole last week is because I wanted it to lead into Halloween, when we're gonna do the Vlad the Impaler episode. It's gonna be a long-ass episode. It's gonna be gory. It's probably gonna get age-restricted, if not flagged. I don't know. We'll find out. I know there's a lot of Vlad stuff on here, but I'm gonna try to be as subtle as I can with the gore. But there's a lot of gore. There's a lot of gore. So we're gonna have to fucking work that shit in there the right way. Other than that, I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you're at in the world. Enjoy your time, because it may be limited. Unlike my time with you all tonight, because I will be coming back to do a second stream. However, your time might be limited. You never know. Might wind up in a Vlad the Impaler situation, and nobody wants to do that kind of pole dancing. So, that being said, enjoy your time, because it could be fucking limited. Dano, let's go. Welcome in. Caught me right at the end, but that's okay. I'll be back in 30 minutes. Maybe less. I'm just going to be doing a gaming stream after this. I didn't really have that much, so let me explain this real quick. I didn't really have that much content to be able to pull for this. There is not much historical artwork involving the Order of Assassins. So now I'm going to have to go through all of my previous gaming content and rob some cutscenes and shit, some footage from Assassin's Creed, because it's fucking relevant. And fits. It's like literally the IRL version of fucking Order of Assassins. So that's what I'm going to be fucking doing tomorrow. I'm pulling a bunch of Assassin's Creed content from previous gaming streams on fucking Facebook. And that'll be fun. But for the rest of the night, I'm going to be gaming my damn self. And yeah, tomorrow we'll finish up the fucking Order of Assassins. It'll be awesome. That being said, I am the fuck out of here. I will be back in 30 minutes. See you then if you drop by. If you don't, well, I don't know what the hell else you're watching, because I don't think there's anybody fucking live on Mondays. I'm like, shit, man, maybe I should go live. Fuck. I mean, Jess might be live. She's always live, though. She's live 24/7. So, yeah. You could always be watching that, I guess. Wouldn't fault you for it. But, let me fucking find this. Where the hell is it at? Why is my shit moved around on my computer? What the hell is going on here? Alright, outro time. Found it. Let's go. Fucking Jesus. Alright. See y'all next time. We're in 30 minutes. Whichever you choose.
Just wish he knew. just wish he knew.